The suspect we'll be talking about today's name is William Lawrence Roan. I don't know if he knew the Ramseys or he was just a stalker, but I'm going to show you the evidence. This suspect was training underneath Tom O'Boggy, a karate instructor. This is his karate school, or at least where it used to be. Tom O'Boggy ended up going to prison under the name Scott Razor because he was molesting the kids during the daytime and he was teaching police officers at night. Finally, he was convicted. He was sent to prison for 30 years, but he may already be out because in 2013 he was eligible for parole. The upper loft above the karate school that you see in this picture was built by William for Scott Razor. This is where the children were molested. Scott Razor also was wanted in Texas and California for molesting children. Here's where the pedophile connection came in that FBI profiler John Douglas talked about. Here is the brochure from Scott Razor's class. They said that one of the brochures said foreign facts on it. I have not actually found that brochure, but this is what the brochure basically would have looked like. After they shut that karate school down, William and his two friends, Terrence and Ed, came and collected the stun guns, the billy bats, and other things. The police asked them to remove them off the premises because they no longer needed them there. Karate school number 2. Now, when William Roan came to this karate school, along with his two friends, he called himself Bill Ramsey. Bill Ramsey told the karate instructor and everyone else there that he had a wealthy father in Boulder, Colorado. He hated his father. He hated his siblings. They treated him like the black sheep of the family. He says he was from the Philippines. He also said that his father paid him off every year to stay away from the family. This karate school is where all the evidence basically comes in, because out of Bill Ramsey's own mouth, he told not only the instructor, but all the people in the class these things. So this is not just heard by one person. Now, there are several items that I would like to point out. Number 1, Bill purchased a brand new pair of high-tech boots. He was very proud of them because all the men kept complimenting him on them. Number 2, Bill's two friends and himself. These are the applications of all three men. Now, I do not know and cannot show any evidence that the other two have anything to do with going down to Boulder, Colorado. But I just want you to see that the applications are there. Now, Bill and his two friends worked in construction. It's getting close to Christmas time, so obviously there is no construction going on because of the weather. So all three of them had not made their payments to the karate school. So Bill announces to the instructor and the other people in the classroom, "Hey, I'm going down to my father's house to collect $118,000 inheritance. When I get back, I will not only pay for myself, but I'll pay for my two friends." That would be number 3. Right before the Christmas break, the school is broken into and only 2 things disappear: Bill Ramsey's application and a wooden karate sword that was hanging on the wall. This is Bill's truck, or at least it is when he drove it down there. Now, I had to repaint it black. Sorry about the paint job. By the way, the reason there is another copy of Bill Ramsey's karate school application is because he filled out 2 copies. Christmas break is over. Bill returns without the $118,000. He's pretty pissed off. His girlfriend, Jennifer Martin, ends up dying. They said it was a seizure, but she had cigarette burns all over her and was pretty badly beaten. He paints his truck from black to red, shaves his beard, changes his hairstyle, and changes his name. This is the big thing. This photo of a mugshot is him when he was arrested for beating up Jennifer Martin, and she dropped the charges. He no longer wants to be called Bill Ramsey. Now he says his name is Larry Roan. One of the other students tells him, "Hey, you can't just change your name. Call me anything else, I won't answer." And then he starts taunting him and says, "Hey, Billy boy, are you related to that little girl that died down?" Didn't even finish the sentence, and Bill Ramsey says, "I don't know no Johnny B." Johnny B? Johnny B, we didn't find out that that was a term of endearment that the Ramseys only used in their household until 3 years later when they wrote the book, Death of an Innocence. By the way, you remember Bill's 2 friends, Terrence and Edward? They dropped him like a sack of potatoes and no longer had anything to do with him after the murder. If you're wondering how the handwriting analysis would compare with the application of William Bill Ramsey and the ransom note, here, look for yourself. After Bill went back to New Jersey and changed his name, these were just some of the houses that he lived in. What I really want you to see is the inside of one of the houses and how he left it. And one of the items I want you to see, it was actually in this cabin. So coming up right now is a picture of the wall. You can obviously see he was a pretty angry man, the writing he did on the wall. But this item right here, this rope, now I compared it to the rope from the crime scene. Look at the knots, look at the rope. I can't say this is the identical rope, but it sure does look pretty close. At this restaurant, a couple saw Bill Ramsey, Larry Roan, throwing into the lake something that was wrapped up in a cloth. Now here's North Carolina, some of the places that he lived there. I'm pretty sure Bill was helping fix the houses up because he was a carpenter. He also did a lot of woodwork to make money, where he would carve with his hands. Here's one of the carvings he did. And he always wrote the signature on the back that said Will with a hangman's noose. That was his signature. Here's the truck. Here's a photo split in half. Him in 1996 and then 2020. Have you seen this man? So the only way to prove he's a killer is DNA and a left palm print, and that will tell us the truth. He was in Boulder, Colorado the night it happened. He does have a motive and the $118,000, the high-tech boots, the stun gun, the rope, the pedophile connection, the familiar with the deed with the police officer's tactics, and much more. So if you have any questions, would you contact us? Thank you.